Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Jay and Heather. It's a Salty Life.
Yeah.
You know us, right?
I hope so.
Gosh, if you're here for somebody else, I hope we don't disappoint.
Sorry for your luck,
Yeah.
as they say.
But welcome to our little what are we gonna call this?
We want to do our intro to Vegas, maybe.
Yeah.
Our Vegas do's and maybe don'ts.
Yeah, because there are many. We will not capture them all here. But
No.
we're gonna try our best for if it's your first time headed to Vegas.
We can give you a bit of an idea.
Help set you up for some success. There we go. All the words.
Set you up for success. You like that?
Yes, I do.
That's one of her famous
That's one of my phrases. Yeah.
But anyway, so let's start Las Vegas. Let's start when you first land in Las Vegas at the airport. And what you're going to see is you're going to get off the aircraft, you're going to walk through, and you're going to walk out, and you're going to see a whole bunch of slot machines.
Yeah.
And you're going to think, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, look at all the slot machines already. Let me tell you, from a little bit of experience and a little bit of research, the slot machines in the airport, the payouts aren't all that great. So
don't do it.
So just go to the bathroom, go get a drink, go get your luggage, go get a ride, just get out of the airport. Don't waste your time trying to play the slot machines. Even if when you leave Vegas and you have a 4-hour layover, just don't bother. The payouts percentage is not good at the airport. You're better off going to the Strip, even better yet, going downtown to Fremont Street. So yeah, avoid the slot machines at the airport, as tempted as you may be. Here's one when you're on the Vegas Strip and you're walking around, and you say you're at the Stratosphere, and you look up and you're like, oh, look, there's the Flamingo. We can walk it. No, you can't.
That is a bit of a stretch.
Okay, that's maybe a
Okay,
stretch.
so let's go Stratosphere to Circus Circus.
Oh, that's a better one.
Like
It's closer.
It's closer.
However,
and it's on the same side of the street even.
It's still probably 2 miles away.
It's a good ways. 1.5 miles.
So use your Uber, use your Lyft, use your monorail, better yet. Because the monorail will...
made it right.
Yeah. Oh, I did. So, the monorail will take you the whole way from Sahara, the whole way up to MGM. Is MGM the last station?
MGM is the last station.
So, yeah. So that covers a lot of ground.
A lot of ground.
On the Vegas Strip. And, you can stop in between, of course. But, yeah, don't think to yourself, it doesn't look that far. Yeah. It's that far.
That far.
So, here's another real important one, especially for the ladies.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Comfortable shoes.
I know you want to try
really
to be fancy out there with your high heels and maybe your boots. Maybe you're going to see, Jake Owen, or you're going to see Luke Bryan some night somewhere, and you want to wear your boots. However,
it's just taking up luggage. We saw some people in cowboy boots at the Paris one night. And all I could think about was their feet have to be so hot right now. And when your feet get hot, they swell. Cowboy boots aren't the loosest fitting thing, so their feet had to be hurting even though they were flats.
Yeah.
But I took a pair of tennis shoes, a pair of flip-flops, and I took a pair of wedges. So I bought a pair of Clark's wedges. Those are good shoes, good quality. I broke them in before I went.
For a change.
Because I'm really bad to not do that. But they held up really well, super comfortable after a lot of walking. So definitely comfortable shoes. Huge, huge, important piece.
Here's a big one. Get on Groupon. Get on Living Social. There are tons of deals and discounts for Las Vegas. High Roller, you've got the Wax Museum.
Oh, Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds.
Yeah.
A bunch of restaurant Groupons, hotel Groupons even.
Yeah.
But check both Groupon and Living Social.
If you're wanting to do like helicopter tours and stuff, there's some of those on there. We were even looking at like a kayaking, like little day excursion kind of thing at one point. And so there's a lot of stuff on Groupon for pretty much everybody's taste. If you want to do a pub crawl or club crawl, they've got those. If you wanted, like I said, kayaking, Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam kind of stuff, that's on there. There's a ton of stuff on there, so give it a shot, because let me tell you, it's expensive out there. So if you can save some money with a Groupon, save it, but always read your fine print. Always read the fine print, because sometimes you have to, like we experienced this. We tried to buy one and it wasn't good unless you bought it 24 hours before you were going to use it.
Right.
And so another one is like 12 hours or 2 hours before or something. So just read your fine print, especially if it's a restaurant one, and make sure that you purchase it ahead of time so you can actually use it.
Yeah, because they don't want you sitting in the restaurant going, oh, look, we found a Groupon, click, buy. Yeah. Oh, guess what? Yeah, you can't use it on that particular visit. You have to wait 24 hours, like she said. Yeah. But we've been out there a bunch of times. The Strip is great. Fremont, we love Fremont Street. We love downtown. Now, don't get freaked out by the people down there at night, because you're going to see some sights. You're going to see a lot of sights. You're going to see topless nuns. You're going to see Paul Stanley in a thong from Kiss. You're going to see Pikachus. You're going to see like any crazy character that you can imagine. You're going to see a lot of homeless people. And you're going to see homeless people. And you're going to smell weed. Ooh, yeah. If that bothers you, you may just want to walk really fast or try to avoid it. But, it's legal out there now. So, it is what it is. But Fremont's awesome. It's fun. It's great people watching for sure. Yes. And if you take a picture with any of these folks that are dressed up and doing their thing, tip them. Yes, please tip them. Because that's what they're there for. Yeah. We met a magician who was really cool. Oh, and, we gave him $10, but I mean, he was really good. He did a bunch of different things. It was like 15 minutes with him at least. And he did, like, we got a card that we signed on each side he did a trick with, and then I still don't understand how he got the $10 in the lemon. Yeah, he had a lemon that he pulled from the side of her head, and somehow I gave him $10, and somehow the $10 ended up folded up in the lemon. And it was the $10 that I had signed, so it wasn't just a regular $10 bill. It was a $10 bill that I had signed, and it ended up in the lemon. It was really kind of crazy. But moving on, there's lots of Vegas is expensive, like we said, but there is lots of free stuff to do, especially if you're on the Strip. All the casinos have a theme, and there's so many things to see. When you go in the casinos, especially like I said on the Strip. You have the big fountain show at the Bellagio, the Treasure Island Pirate Adventure, and the Mirage has a fire show, and inside the casinos there's so much to look at and check out. Yeah, the Wynn and the Encore have like gardens. There's another one that has a really big garden that redoes it 4 or 5 times a year. And the Cosmo has this chandelier. It's called the Chandelier Bar, but it's the chandelier that goes like all the way from like the bottom of the 3rd floor all the way down. It's so pretty. So if you're there for like a bachelorette party, you're there for like a formal kind of night, it's a great backdrop for pictures. And the Cosmo also has one of the best food courts. True story. On the Strip. I mean, you've got Hattie B's Chicken, you got District Donuts. You've got all kind of different beers you can get. You got Secret Pizza, just to name a few. I mean, there's more than that, obviously, but Vegas can be overwhelming, but you just kind of got to take it a chunk at a time when you go out there, because there's no possible way you're going to do and see everything. We've been out there probably 8 to 10 times together. and we still miss things every time we go.
We had a list this time. Like, we made it a point to go do new things this time. Some of our old favorites, but like we wanted to go try new restaurants and do new things, and we still didn't make all the list.
Nope.
So there's so much to do out there other than just gamble. And I know that's what people think of when they think of Vegas. Oh, the gambling. And no, there's so much more to do.
Well, there's so much shopping. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're a shopper, it's a...
Planet Hollywood has 200 stores.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Caesars Forum Shops has a ton of stores.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, if you're a foodie, there's food everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere.
Pardon my yawn.
It's completely...
I'm tired just talking about all the shopping.
It's ridiculous how much there is out there. But just when you go, just kind of try to come up with a strategy and a plan. If there's certain things you want to hit, and if you don't hit them all, well, you're just gonna have to go out again and see it. But another thing is, and I read about this online a bunch of times, and I've actually tried it, and it's worked. And it's what they refer to as the $20 trick. So the $20 trick is basically when you check in, most times we book the cheapest room that they have.
Yeah.
And what you do is when they ask you for your ID and the credit card, you slip $20 between the two, and you hand it to whoever's checking you in, and you ask them if they have any free upgrades available. And, you know, Vegas is a town that runs on tips. So, you know, everybody's expecting a tip, no matter who it is. Your driver, whoever checks you in at the hotel, whoever takes your baggage up to your room, you know, everybody, the whole town works on gratuities. So the $20 trick, it works. You know, there are some places where I read that it doesn't work, but you know, what's funny is last time we went out there, we stayed at the Golden Nugget, and we walked up, and the guy that checked us in, he was super nice, and of course he's an Alabama fan, so somehow we got to talking about college football.
Yeah.
And you know, he was talking about Tua.
Because he was from Hawaii.
He's from Hawaii, so we kind of developed a rapport with him, and I got to thinking, maybe we'll just ask. We won't even try the $20 with this guy. Well, we were booked in the Carson Tower, which is the cheapest place to stay at the Golden Nugget. And, you know, I asked him, I said, is there any free upgrades available? I didn't, you know, put the $20, you know, between my ID and the credit card, and I just handed them to him. And he said, oh, well, let me look. And, you know, he gets on his computer like they always do. And lo and behold, he books us into the Gold Tower.
Yep.
Which the Gold Tower apparently is a lot nicer than the Carson Tower.
Yeah, it's in between the Carson and the Rush Tower. So. And
we had a nice view of the pool, which the pool at the Golden Nugget is beautiful. It's the Shark Tank pool that, you know, you've probably seen and heard people talk about. And there's a water slide that goes down through the center of the pool, which is really cool. So anyway, yeah, just be nice. If you feel like you want to do the $20, do it. If not, you could just ask and forego it and see what happens. I mean, the worst they can say is no, I guess, right?
Yeah. And we checked in because we arrived really late.
We got there at 10:30.
Yeah. So it was 10:30, 11 o'clock when we were checking in, and there was nobody else there, too. So, you know, that also plays a little bit into your favor if it's not like a giant line of people.
If it's not slammed, yeah.
So the next one we have on our list is about transportation, which we touched on this a minute ago when we talked about using the monorail and things aren't as close as they appear. But use Lyft and Uber. Cabs are expensive out there, just like everything else in Vegas.
Yeah.
But Lyft and Uber, if you've never signed up for one, I know with Lyft you can get $5 off your first 10 rides. If you're a frequent Lyft user, you bought a discount pass.
I bought a pass, 10 rides, you got $5 off each ride basically. So I got $50 discount pretty much for just buying this for $5.
Yeah, so, you know, look for things like that if you're going to go out there. Keep in mind, though, that when you're on the Strip, when you go to request a ride, you do have to be at a hotel. And in a lot of hotels, we noticed, even in Fremont and on the Strip, the Lyft and Uber pickup is not at the main place where people are checking in.
Right.
It's going to be a different entrance where they come to pick you up.
'Cause-
So pay attention before you actually request your ride, so you're at the right spot for them to pick you up, because they will not pick you up on the side of the street.
Right. Because when we were at Golden Nugget, the pickup area wasn't actually pulling into the hotel. It was in the parking garage across the street on the second level.
Yeah.
So
And it just changed. It confused a lot of drivers.
it surely did. So, and you know, cabs, I would try to avoid them, because what they're famous for doing out there is what they call long hauling you. So what they'll do is they'll take you the long way around to wherever you're going, so they can make more money off you. With Lyft and Uber, obviously, they really can't do that, because when you click on a request a ride, you can see the map, you can see what it's going to cost you. As opposed with the cab, you really can't, see that.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, there's always the monorail. If you're staying on the Strip and you're staying at one of the hotels on the side with the monorail, best value is to buy the pass. We bought a 3-day pass. We actually got a buy one get one pass, but we bought that, and it was good for 3 days, and you can use it as much as you want. It runs 24 hours a day.
The 3-day pass, I think, was what, $28, $29?
Yeah, something like that.
That leads me to my next tip. Obviously, we all have smartphones. There's an app called Vegas Slots, and Vegas Slots is, you basically just play slot machines on your phone. It's free. You can buy extra coins that gives you more slot pulls and stuff, but I didn't even do that. I just did what they gave me, used what they gave me, and I built up enough points to get a buy one get one monorail 3-day pass. So, basically, I bought a pass and we got one free, and it was like a $29 value. I think it was like 14,000 points to get that, and it'll take you a couple days to build up that many points. And like I said, you can buy, more points, but you don't have to. And I mean, you can get free, buy one get one buffets. You can get actually free hotel stays if you play enough and get that many points. You can get free rides on the roller coaster at New York, New York.
Ooh, that's another one. Check your fine print on.
Yes, because a lot of holiday weekends, a lot of this stuff is blacked out. So make sure that you look before you click and buy your offer. You definitely want to make sure that it's usable when you go. So if you're going out there 4th of July weekend, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, a lot of this stuff may not be available. And if you do the free room stays and stuff, you're probably going to have to pay the resort fee still, which is still not bad. You're still getting a free room, but resort fees in Las Vegas, that's just the way it is. It's $34, $35 a night. They're all doing it.
Unless you run across a deal like we did at the Golden Nugget, where they were doing no resort fees for the month of, if you book between this month and this month, this date and this date, you didn't have any resort fees. And luckily we filed in the last 3 days. So we didn't have to pay those at the Nugget. But all right, last thing that was on your list. Safety, folks. Be safe. Do not jaywalk in Las Vegas.
Seriously, I mean, in your little town, wherever you're from, I don't know where that is, but here for us, I mean, you can do it, pretty much anywhere. But I'm telling you, do not try to cross Las Vegas Boulevard or even the back streets, because they will write you a ticket.
Yes. They will write you a ticket. It's really dangerous. Even if it doesn't seem like the cars are going that fast, there's a lot of them. So, if, you're much safer in the herd that's crossing versus, by yourself trying to run across the road.
Yeah.
And a lot of places on the Strip do have, they've built it, you take an escalator up, and you take a bridge over Las Vegas Boulevard and then back down. So.
Right.
There's a lot of things, a lot of do's and don'ts out there for your first trip to Vegas. But the absolute must-do thing is to have fun. Have fun. Let yourself have a good time. Don't get absorbed in, I got to do this and I got to do that. Just have fun. That is the best advice that we can give you.
Oh, and another one that I just thought of that I meant to mention earlier. When you're walking across the pedestrian bridges over the strip, there will be people selling water. Don't buy the water, because we've never experienced it, but we've read a lot about this. What a lot of these people are doing is they're actually taking water bottles and filling them with tap water and selling them to people for $1. So there's like 10 CVS's on the Vegas Strip, I swear. Go into CVS and buy water, because it's not any more expensive than probably the CVS in your town is.
Yeah, it's about I think I was getting like non-name brand smart water for like $2.39.
Yeah, so don't buy the water off the vendors on the Vegas Strip. And the other thing, speaking of vendors, there's still these guys, they claim to be, these artists that they try to sell you their CD of their music. Who listens to CDs anymore? And I've read a lot about these guys too, is what they'll do is they'll hand you a CD and they'll talk about their music and give you this story. And if you buy their CD, a lot of times you'll take it back and it's blank. There's nothing on it. So if they come up to you, just be like, no thanks. I told the guy, I'm like, I haven't owned a CD player in 10 years. What am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
So don't buy the aspiring artist CDs. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. Don't fall for it.
All right. So, we're ready to wrap this up because I was trying a second ago.
That about covers it, I think.
Cover it?
I mean,
You got it?
There's probably more things, but for now, that's what we're going to give you.
Once we get our full trip video put together, there will be tips and tricks spread out all through there. Maybe some, will be repeated, but there should be some other ones in there as well. But this is just, fresh off the trip, kind of going through everything, the stuff that we wanted to share with you, like ASAP. So.
Right. Oh, we forgot this. If you fly Southwest, there are coupons that are in the magazine.
You have it?
Which actually is right here. Looky here.
Look there.
I brought it home with us. So if you fly Southwest, look at their magazine, and the two notable coupons are Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. They have a buy one get one free. So basically, if you just take your boarding pass and show them your boarding pass, you'll get buy one get one free into Madame Tussauds. The one that intrigued me the most was the El Cortez Casino, which is downtown. If you take your boarding pass in there, you have to get a Players Club card, which costs nothing to get.
Yeah.
So get Players Club cards everywhere. And so you get your Players Club card from El Cortez, take your boarding pass in, and you'll get a chance at winning free slot play. At minimum, you're going to get $10. Yeah. You could possibly get $1,000, depending on, they'll send you to a kiosk, and you'll hit a button, and whatever button you hit coincides with.
Don't hit the one on the far right.
She has a theory. I don't know if this is true
I have a theory because I pressed the one on the far right. It was the $10 one. And I was about to tell Jay not to press that one. And, of course, he did. And when you do, it pops up with the nominations of them. And they were the exact same. So don't pick the far one on the right because it's $10.
She thinks if you pick the one on the left, it's $1,000, which it could be.
All of them were more than the $10.
But regardless, it costs you nothing. Take your boarding pass in, take your card to guest services. They will give you your chance to win whatever the slot play is, and you also get a free drink.
Oh yeah, you do.
Which, is pretty cool. I mean, it costs you nothing. In the El Cortez, it's a very cool old school casino. It's like the first casino that was actually in downtown Las Vegas.
You'll see all about it in the other video.
You will.
In our full-length video.
And we got way more long-winded than we wanted to, but that's kind of what we do.
Thanks for hanging around. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell if you want to know when we're going to post new videos. We don't have a regular schedule yet, but we're trying.
Yeah.
We just stay strong and stay with us.
When we can quit our jobs, we'll be on here all the time. We can give you all kinds of nuggets and pearls. But until then,
we're here as much as we can be. Have a fantastic trip if you're headed out to Vegas soon. If you're not headed out for a while, hey, have a great time whenever you get there.
Absolutely.
Peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.